Hi, I'm Jamie Wine, and I'm the Clean Energy Program Manager at Greenbelt Alliance. We manage the Blue Horizons Project Community Council. We're trying to get to 100% renewable energy by 2042 in an equitable way. And I get asked a lot, what should I do at my house? What are the steps? What do I do first? And it's one of those things where it can be really difficult to navigate. So I'm going to briefly go through what you should do first and how you should go through the process of deciding to weatherize your house or to electrify your appliances so that you can save money installing it now and also save money every single month. So this is our website, Greenbelt Alliance. And if you want to come back to any of this, we'll put notes in the video here so you can click the links for what I show you. But if you need to come back and like you're a reader, go to news and resources and then energy tax credits. And if you scroll down, all the stuff I'm talking about is summarized here. But if you don't want to read, I'm going to talk you through it. So the first thing you want to do is if you're a Duke Energy customer, you want to type in Duke Energy Progress Residential Energy Efficiency or Duke Energy Progress Energy Efficiency. And the first one is Save Energy and Money. And it'll take you through a bunch of screens. I've already done it to make sure you're in the right Duke territory. So this is for Duke Energy Progress. And so I've already done that, and it lands on this page for your home, ways to save. So there's three here at the top that are kind of like stuff you can do on your own. Buy stuff online, get a rebate at stuff you buy at the store, or enroll yourself in this Power Manager program where you get a $75 credit every year. But what you should really do is scroll down, and you can do yourself, there's like a DIY guide here, but down here are rebates and incentives, the home energy house call, and the Smart Saver program. So they're kind of the same thing, but home energy house call is a custom look at your house for free by an energy professional who they're a subcontractor of Duke, but they come in and they do a professional energy assessment of your house. So at the end of it, you'll get assessment, a starter kit with stuff in it that you can do right away. And then there'll be a menu of options of stuff that you can do additionally that's free or subsidized. For example, this $275 value of a Nest thermostat installed is only $100. So you kind of get to choose your own adventure after the custom look. But this will give you a menu for your house, which is hugely important to the question of what do I do first? Because it'll tell you what to do first for you. And every house is different. Every system is different. So this is super helpful because it's a free program for all Duke customers. The other thing I pointed out here on the last page is Smart Saver, which is kind of the same thing, but it's more like do it yourself. Oh, it's not going back here. It's kind of do it yourself. So like you can choose your contractor, but you kind of have an idea of what you're already doing. It really doesn't want to go back. There we go. But it's a chance to access the same kind of resources, but from a different angle. You always have to use a participating contractor, but it's these instant rebates up front where you save the money before you spend it. You don't have to like submit any forms or anything like that. So then just briefly, if you're a small business owner, you can save 80% on improvements at your business that save energy. And again, this is a custom program. You set a time for an appointment, you get recommendations, and then they cover the costs, the upfront costs of doing the work, which is pretty cool. So this is also available on the same website, and we'll share the link in the notes. Okay, so say you're low income. There are two programs in Buncombe County that you should try to access. Our program, which is called Energy Savers Network, and I've already pulled up the website here. If you're income qualified, below 200% federal poverty guideline, the numbers are here, then you qualify for this program and we'll come do about $1,000 worth of weatherization work at your house. We've got professional crews who lead some volunteers who come out and do the work. If you qualify for that, you may also qualify for community action opportunities, which has a weatherization program that's a little more in depth, but the application process is also a little more in depth. So sometimes clients work with them and sometimes clients work with us. So as you can see, some of these requirements are a lot. And so our requirements are a little bit less. And so you can kind of access these resources depending on what your situation is. So that's low income folks if you want to access these programs. Now, there's also the Inflation Reduction Act. And so people ask about this all the time because it's kind of halfway been unrolled for consumers. The best way to do this, I think, is to look either at our website where we have this flyer. You've got some do-it-yourself stuff here about how if you operate your house differently, you can get the same services and comfort without as much money. But then we also have kind of an outline about the Inflation Reduction Act, which isn't just about efficiency, it's about electrifying everything because we can get dramatic savings from switching from fossil fuels to electricity. Sometimes 3 or 4 times less energy than we're using now in fuel and fossil fuel driven cars or in our heating and cooling systems for our air and our water and our house. The heat pump alone does an amazing job and is a lot cheaper to run than the systems we've got now in terms of energy, like just pure energy use. So electrification helps a lot because of heat pumps. So yeah, those are all in here. It's kind of a brief outline, but there's a website that I really like called rewiringamerica.org. And Rewiring America has this really handy calculator, and they treat your savings like a checking account. So if you come over here and you put in the information about if you're a homeowner or renter, your tax filing status, how many people in your household, what you make, and your zip code, it calculates what you qualify for. And so this shows that I only qualify for tax credits because I make too much money according to the calculator. So the tax credits are all outlined here. These are available now. So you can do this work today. And in 2024, when you're filing your taxes, you can get money back on each of these things. And like, if you want to know more, you can click more, and Rewiring America will show you about the technology, but then it'll also tell you about the costs and the discounts, and then how much you'll actually save. How it goes into detail about each one if you want to know about each one, which is super helpful on this website. Now, say you make less money, you actually qualify for more savings. If you make it's 3 tiers. There's low income, middle income, and high income. And so the high income only qualifies for tax credits. The lower income categories can qualify for upfront rebates. Now, these rebates are not currently available, and they just finished negotiating between North Carolina DEQ and the federal government, IRS, EPA. And so next step is to work with trade folks to try to get this in place. If you think about it, how do you tell somebody that you're low income without divulging confidential information? Say you're in line at Home Depot when you're buying something. Well, they're sorting out how to do that with an app or with some sort of pre-qualification. And once that's all sorted, you will be able to access these upfront discounts for these products. So if you're getting a new HVAC system and you use a heat pump instead of gas, they'll give you $8,000 towards a new system upfront. You don't have to pay it and then get it back later. This is the trade person working with the state to get that cash to help improve your house. And it's lots of stuff. Electric panel upgrades, efficiency upgrades, electrical wiring. Like, this is really set up to electrify your entire house, because efficiency is great and air sealing is great and using less is great. But if we move from fossil fuels to electricity, it saves so much energy. And so electrification is a huge part of electrify everything is a huge part of the strategy to get to 100% renewables by 2042. Whew. Okay, I'll take a breath there. And if anyone has any questions, I'm actually here. I'm going to close down the recording and say goodbye to the folks that are watching later. But if anyone has questions, then now's a good time. Type them in the chat or go ahead and just ask them. But I'm Jamie Wine. It's been great. I'm the Clean Energy Program Manager at Greenbelt Alliance.